What's up, everybody? This is SymphoniaFan64 here, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy I: Dawn of Souls. Alright, recap time. In the last part, we took on the Kraken, and thus allowing us to relight the Water Crystal. We also went back to Melmon to have Professor Un decipher the Rosetta Stone, and albeit him having a slight ADD moment, he, in return, taught us to speak Lufanian, and also to understand their language. So now, we are going to visit the home village of Lufanians in Lufania. God, I used Lufania, or any derivative of that word, too much. So, alright, so let us begin. Yeah, and in order to get to Lufania, you actually have to land on this one specific spot. Because, as you can see, everywhere else is either water, marshland, or forest. So yeah, it's a long hike. That's okay, because I'm not worried, because it gives us plenty of opportunity to possibly run into new monsters. And what the hell happened? Okay, I do not know why the audio cut out there, but okay, it happened. Oh, we come across some new enemies. Speak of the devil, the sandworms. I would say these guys are pretty much stronger versions, or possibly even weaker versions at this point, of the lava worm. They have no weaknesses, they just basically attack. So just pummel them to death. I'm gonna have Logan attack. Oh shit! They know Earthquake! You all saw that, right? So, yeah. You just got to see Earthquake. I didn't think they used Earthquake. Holy shit. Holy shit. That came out of nowhere. Woo! Holy shit. Now I have to heal back up because I got KO'd. Alright. So watch out for those sandworms. I take back everything I said. I guess they overheard me talking about how weak they are, and one of them decided, oh, I'm just gonna use, like I was trying to say, I guess one of the sandworms overheard me saying, oh, they're weak and shit, and they just said, oh, I'm gonna teach that guy a lesson. Let's teach him a lesson for calling him weak. That just came out of nowhere. Ooh, a new enemy, the Allosaurus. Now, fortunately, these guys do not cast Earthquake, as far as I know. But they're pretty fast. Pretty much they're like Tyrannosauruses. Which are also enemies, just a different color palette. But anyway, they hit pretty hard, so they can take a chunk of your HP. Pretty resilient, too. That is until Joel just comes right up and sucker punches them. And there's Lufania. We're gonna get thrust into a random battle, then go into Lufania. Oh, and by the way, you actually do need to have Dr. Un decipher the Rosetta Stone. If not, if you recall back from when I went to the Whisperwind Cove, the guy who talked funny, if you do not have the Rosetta Stone deciphered, all these guys will talk funny and you won't be able to get this one key item that you desperately need. But now that we can understand and speak Lufanian, we can understand them, so we are the Lufanians, the descendants of the race that once lived among the clouds, the Sky People. You use a vessel you call an airship. It was built by one of our ancestors, a man by the name of Sid. And there you have it. This is our game's Sid. He's only mentioned in name and we never get to see him. The Light Bearers! Then the legend is true. We have a legend that has been passed down through many generations. According to this legend, 400 years after the fall of the civilization in the sky, warriors bearing light will come forth to save our people. In which he's referring to us. You know, because we're the Light Warriors. 400 years ago, we had built a civilization of the highest order, even beyond the skies we reached. But that is naught but history now. The world is composed of 4 forces: fire, earth, water, and wind, and it's one of the greatest funk bands ever. Of these, we showed greatest prowess with the power of wind. High in the sky, we set a castle afloat amidst an azure sea of stars. Because only in Final Fantasy can you build castles in the sky, unless you're an anime. The flying castle floats on the blue sea of stars beyond the sky. Yeah, the other guy just told me that. Could the mechanical beings our ancestors created still function? Possibly. The Sky People would pass on their memories from one generation to the next through rituals. But 400 years is a very long time, and those memories have begun to fade. I also like to note that the Lufanians also had a severe case of Alzheimer's. So, we're gonna go over to this guy now. The castle that floats high above the clouds was once the home of our ancestors. The Mirage Tower is the gateway to that castle. Oh, come on! It's a mirage! How could it be the gateway to that castle? You can't even go through it. It's a play of mind. We fought a life-and-death struggle with Tiamat, the Fiend of Wind. But our power was not enough. To this day, her lair remains in the castle in the sky. The Flying Fortress. So yeah, if you can't guess, that's the next fiend we have to fight, and get out of the way, because there's something I have to get over there. Get out of the way! Out of the way! We came to believe there was another entity controlling the 4 fiends. To ascertain its location, we sent out 5 warriors, but much time has passed since we heard from them. I hope no harm has befallen them. Yeah, I forgot to mention that in my part when I fought against Garland. Those bats that you see flying around next to Garland, that's not just for show. Actually, those are the 5 warriors. Yeah! They got turned into bats! Tiamat blocks the power of wind, the source of the Sky People's strength. We placed our last hope in the 5 warriors we sent out. It's been said they fell victim to the curse of the fiends and were turned into bats. Yep, just like I said. Before you leave, legendary warriors, take this chime with you. It will grant you passage into the Mirage Tower. That's ridiculous. No, I'm just gonna hang this up in my garden. It's just a chime. Can't do anything. Could it? Nah. Okay, we have to get the chime, of course. But before we leave, we have to get magic. And here we have the most powerful white magic spell you would want. Full Life. You want this spell. You need this spell. Why? Hey, because as its description says, it revives one ally and fully restores HP. Yeah! Highly recommend getting this spell. And as for Logan, our black wizard, we have Flare, the most powerful black magic spell in this game. So yeah, get it. Now we can leave. And seeming as I don't want this part to drag out too long, I'm just going to cut back me going back to my airship. So I will see you when I get back to my airship. Unless I encounter an enemy I haven't shown off yet. But either way, see you back in my airship. Alright, I'm back in my airship now, and before we take off, I want to let you guys know that Joel, Felicia, and Logan grew to level 44, and I'm still stuck at level 43 because I got KO'd. So now I'm the one that's lagging behind. Damn you, sandworms! Alright, so now, assuming as the Lufanians are crazy and saying we should go to the Mirage Tower, we should go to the Mirage Tower! But not before I go into a random battle, and I level up! So now I'm caught up with you guys all you guys now. Yay! Alright. And keep on going north. And here we are at the Mirage Tower. It's just a mirage. I can't get in. And they say this wimpy chime can get me in. It's impossible. I mean, as soon as I step on it, I'm just going to be just still in the overworld. I can't get in it. There's no way to get in it. It's just a mirage, right? It's just a mirage. I should just look for another way to the Flying Fortress. But seeming as you all guys want to know, I'll just play with the Lufanians. I'll play the little game, and we'll just step on here and... Oh my god, I'm actually in the Mirage Tower. They were right. Those guys played me again. Alright. Seeming as we're now in a new dungeon, we come across a new enemy known as the Black Knight. These guys are very annoying if they're in groups. Because they're very fast and can deal some very heavy damage, so be careful of them. Be very careful. And he's with two nightmares that we've already encountered before, but mainly I just wanted to point out the Black Knight. So much for him! Alright, continuing onward. Alright, still continuing. Ooh, we come across a new enemy known as the Chimera. Or Chimera. However you want to call it. Chimera. Alright, these guys have good offense and special attack. Basically, they love to spam the attack Blaze. Kind of like the Red Dragon, but it's a different animation. You might be able to see it. But they're very weak to ice. So I'm just going to knock them all out with a Blizzaga spell. Unless me and Joel beat it before beat Logan to it. And we walk up to the treasure chest, and we get 800 gil. Walk up to this, and we get a healing helm. Another item that uses healing magic. But it's pretty much the same thing as the healing staff, because it casts heal. So, pick whichever one you want. I would say stick with the healing staff, but either way, And we find 18,010 gil. And we find 3,400 gil. And we find a Vorpal sword, which I don't think does... It does absolutely nothing. It's just a Vorpal sword with a curved blade. It's a sword with a curved blade. Does nothing. And then we find 2,750 gil. And we come across a new enemy known as the Guardians. And as you can see, they like to fire their lasers! Alright, these guys are pretty tough. But they do have a weakness to lightning. I meant to say that they're tough because they have a lot of defense. They're really not good in the attack department. That's it, Joel. Punch the robot! Get used to seeing those guys. And we found an Aegis shield. Stronger shield for me. And wait, what? Oh, it has the same. It has the same all the same stats as my diamond shield, but the Aegis shield can guard against stone. And we open up this treasure chest, and we get a tent. Yeah, if you've probably already guessed, I'm trying to get through this area in one go. Ah, there he is. I must talk to that robot. I cannot progress through this dungeon without talking to this robot. Master, we have waited so long. I'm not your master. If you're talking about the Lufanians, you're way too far away from here. Alright, now that we're done with this area, we can leave. Well, this floor anyway. Why I went in a full circle there. You know, the whole taking a few steps and I'm in a random encounter is starting to get old, game. It really is. Stop it. Just gives me more work to do. Because as you all know, after I do this part, Alright, after that battle, Felicia gained a level, so she's now level 45. But as I was saying, as you know, I edit the footage, so that way... No! I'm not getting annoyed by this whole interrupting me while I'm talking. No! What would make you think that? By the way, Joel and Logan grew to level 45. I mean, that's kind of preposterous, you know? Oh, and don't these guys look familiar? Yeah! That vampire we fought at the Earth Cave, like, way back? Like, back in the Earth Cave? The Cavern of Earth? Yeah! Get used to this, because, he's now a regular enemy now. I thought you all might want to know this, because I'm just going to cut it out after this. And after that, I grew a level, so now I'm caught up with everybody. Alright, there's still a few things I need to do here. Oh my god! Wow! I really didn't think I would fight this enemy. Seriously. I never expected to fight this enemy now. Pretty much this is considered the boss of this whole place. You don't fight him, you weren't supposed to fight him here. You fight him on the top floor of this tower, which doesn't really make it a tower, there's only 3 floors. I mean, a tower is consists of most of 15, but I guess time constraints. But either way, this is the blue dragon. No, I'm not referring to the anime. But pretty much, yeah, this guy has a pretty strong attack, and he loves casting this spell called Thunderbolt. So be on the lookout for that. Be careful when facing this guy, because he loves spamming it. Wow, I never thought I would come across him. Yeah. If I didn't encounter him, I was originally going to try to get to the top floor of this. But, seeming as I pretty much fought the boss of this tower early, and yes, he is considered the boss, I'm just going to stop it off here, because it's been for 34 minutes for me, so I'm just going to stop it off here, and I will see you all in the next part, where we take on the Blue Dragon again, and head into the Flying Fortress. So, until next time, this is Symphonia Fan 64, signing off.